I think it's about time we wrap this series up. What's up guys, Kerry from KJB back again with another episode of the European Tour. And no, it's not a standard episode. This is the first of the final two that I'm going to do. This is the one where we review the last season and the series as a whole. Next episode, which will be Saturday, I'm going to release my team of the series. Get your guys' comments in, who you think will be there, who you think deserves a shout out as well. I'm going to do a starting 11 and probably a few honourable mentions as well because, let's be honest, you remember your attackers a lot more than your defenders. So without further ado, let's jump into the Conference League winner, which was Athletic Club this year, a team who have actually won the Champions League in the second season of this career mode. Europa League was won by PSG for a second time in a row. In Champions League, Bayern Munich came out ahead of Osasuna. In terms of us then, we had a bit of a stinker in the FA Cup. There we are, bottom right. We lost 2-1 in round 3 of the FA Cup, which is awful for what we aim to be doing. Champions League, we came third in the groups. We dropped to the Europa League, but even then, in the round of 32, we lost to Marseille 4-2. Again, awful showing from us. But I think we did make it up in the league, winning by 9 points ahead of Manchester City, only losing 3 times as well. Very, very good league performance by us. So that was us as a squad. Let's have a breakdown of player by player. So starting off with the most appearances, Schmidt and Gvardiol, both very, very good. 48 games apiece, 7.5 average rating for a defender is really good. 17 clean sheets for Gvardiol, 18 clean sheets for Schmidt, which I guess Schmidt played one extra Premier League game and that was the difference. Top scorer this season was Dane Scarlett, 11 in the Prem, 5 in the Champions League and 1 in the Europa League. Decent return from him, a player who I didn't get on all that well with, but actually performed a lot better than I thought. Ile, 30 appearances, you've got to remember he was out for 3 months. 14 goals, 6 assists, not too bad from him. Goncalves, 15 appearances, 10 goals. I don't know if that's registered as PSG as they went on to win the Europa League though, so I wouldn't worry about that. Gravenberch, Romero, Jelavic. What's impressive, Vlahovic, 8 goals, 8 appearances. He really turned it on at the end of this season. Assists as well. We spread it around the squad more than having an individual that stood out, which I do like, but looking at the stats compared to other seasons, this is a low assist season. Gravenberch and Romero both got 10 goals, both got 13 assists. Xavi Simons, who missed a large part of this season, with 11. I think if he played the same amount of games, we'd probably be looking at 16 to 18. Jelavic as well, 8 assists. Very, very good from him. And then clean sheets. I don't register this stat, but Schmidt, 18 clean sheets. Highest average rating is up next. And the winner is, of course, Rez Ile. 7.5 average rating. 7.55 in the Premier League alone. You will notice that Vlahovic has higher, but he's played 8 appearances, so I think that skews heavily in his favour. So I'm going to give it to Ile, who does get that one. He's played 30 times. If Vlahovic had played 20 times, I might consider it, but he's just not played enough. He skews the stats slightly. That's not to take away how good he's been at this end of the season as well. He has been fantastic for us. In terms of my player of the season, I'm going to go Josko Gvardiol. Absolutely brilliant at the back, especially in the Premier League. A fantastic defender for us. Really, really hard to get past. Wouldn't change him for anything. Honourable mentions, obviously Levi Colwill, his defensive partner. I thought he was brilliant as well. Gravenberch, brilliant midfielder. I highly recommend him for any career mode you do. As do I, Rez Ile. Of course he's going to get an honourable mention. This is my spreadsheet that I've been tracking this whole series on. So it's not the prettiest spreadsheet in the world, but this shows you everything we've won and when we've won it. So starting off, Nice winning the league earned 23-24 season 2 of this career mode. Then we went to Italy, managed to win after 2 seasons again with AC Milan, the Serie A. Forgetting that we won the Europa League with Nice as well at that point. As soon as we won with Milan, jumped to Dortmund, had a great 1 season spell in Dortmund. Absolutely incredible time as we won it all. Every competition we were in, Bundesliga, the Pokal, the Conference League, as good as it got. Real Betis, we didn't quite do as well. We got a couple of domestic cups, had a couple of close finishes, but Barcelona and Real Madrid were just a step too far for that Betis team. And Spurs, 2 Premier League wins back to back in the season and a half we've been manager. Would have loved an FA Cup, would have loved a Champions League, but that's everything we've won on this series. The European competition winners are quite interesting. You'll notice that this Champions League group is dominated by a mix of Spanish and German clubs, with Man City and PSG finally getting their maiden wins in. I know Man City won it in real life, but who cares? The most interesting thing, I think, is probably Ghent or Genk or Trabzonspor winning the Conference League. I love it when just little teams, Almeria as well, these teams just jumping out and winning it. Man City in Season 2 must have had a stinker, but they won the Conference League. Man United, very successful in the Europa League. Bayer Leverkusen as well, had a good spell. Champions League win and Europa League win. The Europa League was about as strong as a competition as the Champions League by a look at some of those winners. This about sums it up though. In terms of the Champions League, we got 2 very good finishes. We got a semi-final with AC Milan in the 4th season. We got a semi-final with Spurs in the penultimate season. It's a shame it wasn't meant to be, but it wasn't meant to be this time around. Our top appearance maker of the season was Schmidt last season on that Champions League semi-finals run. Before that, Bijlow, who was an absolutely brilliant player. You can see at Milan, most appearances in both seasons, a huge part of that Milan team. More than likely going to be the star man in terms of goalkeeper of the series, but Bayendir's up there, Schmidt's up there, Kobel is up there. 3 very, very good goalkeepers. What surprises me the most, and I'm surprised his highest average rating isn't higher, because Delort in Season 2 got 43 goals and 24 assists, not including the friendly games. He got, what's that, 67 goal involvements and got a 6.76. I think that is massively underrated. And looking back on it, it shows how good a player he was in that team. Top scorer overall in the season with 43. I thought Makoko smashed it when he got 40, but Delort goes clear of him. As you can see as well, Scarlett has dropped the lowest scoring of the season, but he did only play 33 games, so I'm not going to be too mad. I think this shows it when we're at Real Betis that we struggled to get goals. 23, 20, 23. Very good returns for strikers, but every other season we had a 30 goal and 35 goal Ile. He was just too good. Top assister, again, Delort, massive shout out to him that season. That highest average rating should be like at least a 7.9. And probably the highest of the series. I don't know why he's not. Probably just got a fair few hat-tricks. Or just a lot of games where he just scored a goal. But Delort does drop in top assister. Second place, Gravenberch last season. Brahim Diaz as well. Didn't highlight that one. Got the same amount as Gravenberch. You can see at Betis again, I think scoring was a problem. Mir got 16 assists first season, great, but then he was 8 and 12. Not spreading assists around that squad much. Maybe it was a formation. We were trying to be different, 3 at the back. Didn't quite work. The highest average rating now does go to Ile in that AC Milan Serie A winning team. Absolutely sensational. He was brilliant the first season where we brought him in. He was unplayable that second season. that gets him the Starman of this series award. There's a spoiler for next episode already, but actually, he's the player of this series. He was so good. Makoko as well, 0.02 behind him when he got 40 goals in that Dortmund team that won it all as well. He's so good. So good. And then Delort obviously gets third place with that rate. No, he doesn't. Gets fourth because Ilya AC Milan absolutely smashed it. These are the formations that we used. So successful formations were 5-2-1-2, 4-3-3 with a centre forward, 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, 4-2-3-1 wide, and 4-3-3 holding. Because we won a league competition, we blocked out those formations, hence why we couldn't play 4-2-3-1 with Spurs. Otherwise, I think we could have won it because that formation suits me down to the ground. But yeah, that was it for this career mode. I might do a little bit off camera, see if I can win it all. But in terms of this series, all I want to say now is a massive thank you for your support throughout this series, the comments we've had throughout, your interaction, the subscribers that we've gained from this. This has been an absolutely incredible series. It's been a year-long series. It's finally at an end. This is the penultimate episode. Next episode, I'm going to do my team of the season. Team of the series, I keep saying that. And then we're on to the new FIFA. So, I guess if you've got anyone you want me to use in a career mode on there, get it down in the comments. Let me know. I'm happy to take suggestions because I haven't got a decision on what I'd like to do yet. I've got a few ideas, maybe even a stream team as well. But in terms of a just series, comments, you guys are amazing. Just help me out down below. Let me know what you want to see and I'll try my best to make it happen. But if you have enjoyed this episode today and this series as a whole, leave a like, comment with any feedback, subscribe to see more, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!